What is up, gamers? Here I have a massive cardboard box with a customer's very important Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con set in. So in this video, I will be shell swapping Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons. Technically a three-way shell swap because we are doing 2 custom extreme rate shells and then some OEM Nintendo pieces, all in the same shebang. I'm super excited for this. I have not opened any of these packages yet. Don't know what to expect. Send us your systems, guys. We'll fix them. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And here we have, protected very nicely, my customer's brand new Joy-Cons. So here we have brand new Joy-Cons. We will be doing a lot more than just shell swapping it. We are shell swapping these Joy-Cons. However, we are also modifying the red one to have a blue Joy-Con. Brand new. Look at that. Also brand new. Look at that. So nice. So here we have our customers' Joy-Cons. Going to set everything off to the side, and to be honest, at this point, I don't even really know what's happening. I don't know what this is, but this video is sponsored by
uperfect.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm just not used to that. That's wild. Our second ever channel sponsorship is uperfect. They are a company who focuses on making super high quality monitors that are both portable and can be desk mounted. This monitor that they sent me is the uColor Apex 19-inch 4K 144Hz monitor. It is insanely powerful and capable, and it is also insanely compact. And even though it is a portable monitor with a super high quality stand, I mean, this stand is actually crazy. Like, look at this. It has super strong rubber feet on the bottom of the monitor and the stand, but even though it is portable, it has insanely high quality built-in speakers, is VESA mountable, and its interface supports USB-C and mini HDMI. It also comes with a mini HDMI to HDMI cable and 2 USB-C to USB-C cables. This particular monitor is absolutely a monster. The colors are super accurate. It is amazing for video editing, and it's also pretty friggin' sick for playing games on, okay? But this specific beauty of a monitor aside, they also sell many accessories and high quality stands, arms, power cables, docks, and other accessories, such as these 360 no-scope reverse USB-C and mini HDMI adapters for an ultra clean setup. If you'd like to get $60 off any order over $400 from their products, head to the description below, click on my link, and use the code RetroRevolution60 at checkout for $60 off. Thank you so much to uperfect for sponsoring this video, and with that being said, let's get back to our Joy-Cons. So first and foremost, let's begin with our left Joy-Con here. So we'll put this guy off to the side. I'll put him back in here to not get damaged. I will ship all of the shell pieces back to my customer as well. So first and foremost, what I like to do to keep this thing in tip-top shape, I like to put a piece of tape right along here and kind of fold it in underneath our trigger while I pry up this tab here, and then I gently pry up the rest of it and then remove it, and now I can remove this piece of tape. It's done its purpose. It protected our trigger from any damage, mostly. And now we have 2 Y screws here, a Y screw here, and a Phillips screw right here. So, and I will reuse all of these screws as well. I don't like to use extreme rates screws. Now we can kind of pry back of the shell piece. We don't want to be too forceful though because of the battery. It's still plugged in. And sometimes it's good to slide a spudger along in here to help release the clips. Just like that. So now we have our battery, or our vibrator motor, I mean. Pull on out. This came out as a result. That's totally fine. Let me bring you guys closer. Totally forgot about that part. We will get our vibrator motor out since we will need to be doing that later either way. Now I'm just going to unplug the battery before anything else. There we go. And now we'll just start unscrewing things. So here we have this little piece. I need a smaller screwdriver, guys. This one may be a little too small. So now get our trigger out. We pull up just like that, and then it comes out. Now we can get this piece out, and now we can start to get all of the screws out for the side rail and the mid frame. We can pinch this spring out. Take this shoulder button out. Going to put our mid frame up and over like this so that I have room to detach our shoulder button's ribbon cable, and then we can pull it out just like that, and here is our mid frame. So now we can undo our side rail and then the ribbon cables with everything attached to them. And now, before we take the rail out, I'm going to remove all of the motherboard screws and get the motherboard loosened so that we can then take the rail out and the motherboard at the same time. All right, so now we can just kind of pop everything out just like that. So here's our rail and here's our board. I'll leave the Joy-Con in it just like this. We don't really need to do anything with that. I want to make sure all of the rubber membranes are off of the board though, so we line everything up right. And also all of our buttons we will need. And then this will set off to the side, ship back with everything else. So now our side rail. Let's disassemble this. Spring pops loose. Take out every piece. And now we want to be careful with this flex board here. Pry it up on both sides as gently as possible. We can take that sensor out and then going to pry up very gently here. Just like that. So here's our flex board and we need this rubber pad as well. So here we have our black Joy-Cons. So we will have clear blue outsides with basically black accents everywhere else. And since the stock Nintendo Joy-Con rails are blue or red, my customer wanted a black extreme right shell because they are black. So this will be an extremely cool color scheme. I'm really excited to see this all come together. So we'll set these off to the side. And now we're doing the left Joy-Con, so I'll pull this out of here. We have our buttons. They can just go back right in place where they were, like that. We'll put all of our membranes where they go. And now I'm going to take our black shell pieces. We are not going to be using this mid-frame since it's basically just the same thing as Nintendo's. So here is our rail. Take that plastic piece off. And our customer also requested that we use the black SL and SR buttons. So we will do exactly that. Here they are. But since we are basically rebuilding this from the ground up, we need to put in these rubber pieces. We want 2 full circles and then 2 half circles like that. Bam, bam. Now we can grab our tweezers and put them in. The skinnier part of the circle faces inward. Sets down in just like that, and then the half circles, the opening part goes towards the outside, just like that, just like that. And then the SR and SL buttons, they go in facing this way, just like that. And now we can take our spring, and as a part of the new black Joy-Con set, we will be using all of these black pieces. I'm only going to take out what I need for the left Joy-Con so far so that we can keep everything nice and tidy. So there we go. We can leave the rest of the pieces in this baggie. So for this spring, goes on just like this. Set it down in place in here, and this plastic piece will eventually go over top of it and hold it in place for us. But for now, we get this black piece in here, and then this black rubber membrane. I want to make sure it's perfect. And now we can take this white piece with the black adhesive that we put on it and put it in place. And now this is ready to go on here. So you can clip in the flex board in place. We'll snap into place. Want to make sure that doesn't come off. Snap this side in place. Bam. Hear that click. That's nice. Just gonna make sure it's all tucked in and in place. And now we can turn this to fit. And now we can make this in the right orientation to fit. It really wants to pop out, but we can hold that in place with this and then go in and down, and it'll snap in place right there. SL and SR buttons click nicely, super nicely. We can see our peg here also works great. Everything is in place and working good. Exactly what we want, my guys. That is exactly what we want. So we can get our lime green screws and screw down this piece. Alrighty, my guys. And so now that we have our rail, you guys would think that the next step is to put it on here. But first, we're actually going to grab a drink of water because we have to stay hydrated. Okay, guys? Okay, and now that you guys are extra hydrated, we're going to plug in these ribbon cables. That one went right in, and that one also went right in. And now that this is basically a one piece, we're just going to drop it in place, make sure the stick is going where it's supposed to, and then make sure the rail is going both on top and below the motherboard. Sounds confusing, but one of its pegs goes below the board. And now we can see that's tight, looks good. So now let's screw in our joystick. Clicks nice. Now I'm going to be getting some of the black screws back into the board and to our side rail. We got all of our screws in, so now it's time to work with the shoulder buttons here, and we have to get our mid frame in as well. This all kind of happens in one go. We also need to plug this ribbon cable back into that connector right there. But first, We'll be ready with this because it kind of goes together at the same time. But for now, let's grab this ribbon cable and stuff it into where it goes. Absolutely stuff. Close the flap. There we go. And now this is ready to be put where it lives, right about there. And then at the same time, while it's still loose, you're gonna put in our shoulder button, and you wanna make sure the 2 pegs are going over top of where they sit with the springs. So they're in, and this mid frame is also in. And so here we have 2 silver screws holding in the mid frame right there. And right there. And then we have another one. Get another Phillips screw right in here. Make sure that's nice and tight. Now we can go back in with this metal piece. You pinch it and then put it right in here, just like that. And now we can line it up with the inside of here and then snap it in place. So here we have our black buttons. They work phenomenally. And now we can get this piece goes in just like this. Might be a better idea to put the trigger in after you put this in, but it still goes in. And now we have a long black screw for right here. Bam, bam. And lastly, we have another silver screw for right here. Bam, bam. All of our screws are in the internals, and now we can put this piece in just like that, and we can see when we pull it, it pulls. Now we can get this on. It will snap in place. Clip it all around. And now we have our 3 black Y screws. Make sure you hold it tight while you put these screws in. And then there's 2 on the opposite sides here. Lastly, we have this wide Phillips screw, and that goes right in here. Bam, bam. And just like that, our Joy-Con is not done yet. Now we need these yellow stickers. We'll get 2 of them, and we put them right in here. This is really thin double-sided adhesive for these 2 pieces right here. So now we can peel up the yellow, and there's a glossy side with 2 circles. That goes face down, so you want the matte side of it face up. And then the same thing for this one. These provide support for when you use the mouse mode. And now we have adhesive strips for these pieces. However, I'm not exactly sure if our customer wants clear blue or the black ones. So what we can do for now is, look at that black would look really cool, I think. We can just clip it in, and then we can easily just, even with our fingernail, take it back out at any time. So I'm gonna leave the black in for now, and then we'll contact our customer after the recording of this video. Now, I forgot 2 things. I forgot to plug the battery in, and I forgot to plug the motor in. Getting a little ahead of myself here, guys, okay? Bam, and then once again, we can just snap this plastic piece in here. Very nice, very nice. Now, let me grab a switch 2. Let's turn it on. Ding! All I wanted to do was see if it works. The vibrator motor works fantastic. Buzzed in my hand, it works perfectly. Take it right out, bam, clicks, connects in a second. I will turn on the switch and fully test the remote off camera. The next step into customizing these things are the LEDs. I really would love to swap the LEDs to, like, for example, in this case, blue, or like if it had a purple shell, a purple LED would be really cool. That's the next step. That would be really, really sick. That's a very advanced job because the flex board is very fragile, but we'll see. Eventually I'll get into that for sure. So here is one Joy-Con completely fixed and done, and now we will get our second one. Again, the very first step that I like to do. Alrighty guys, I just now noticed how bad my eczema looks on camera, so let's look a little professional. Put some gloves on here, okay? I'm a surgeon. I've been in operating rooms actually. Alright. So now, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. We can take this right apart here and, well, bro, someone commented and said it's Timu Joe Swanson. I'm like, that's fair, actually. Can take this apart. We will remove our vibrator motor and then get the battery. There we go. And now we have a really special touch to this as well. Our customer requested that we have a second blue Joy-Con, which I think is absolutely sick. It's an amazing idea. This red stick, the red color is built into the stick, and same for the blue color for the other stick. Our customer wanted us to get another blue one, so they are matchy-matchy, and it'll be really cool. Going to remove all of the screws for the mid-frame, and now our mid-frame is coming out. And now we can gently pull up on this ribbon cable connector to grab it with the tweezers and pull out with the tweezers. Take out all of our black motherboard screws. And now there's going to be one more screw hiding underneath a ribbon cable. Seems as though it is this ribbon cable. And now we can see that last black screw. And now this whole assembly should just come out just like that. This time we will be removing this because we are not using it. Look at this huge box that iFixit gave me just for this single piece. I mean, it's kind of based, to be honest. Like, I didn't need this whole box, you know what I mean? All right, brand new fancy ribbon cable, as if the other one also wasn't brand new. Put that in place, make sure it's tight. I'm gonna get the sticker and put it on as close as possible as to how it was before. Looks good to me. I want to get our rail all assembled. Just like that. And lastly, there's that. Bam. This thing is awesome. Looks so cool. Here's our super cool switch. I mean, that's a pretty cool combo if you ask me. Oops. That was upside down, guys. My bad. Okay. Works perfect, and we can see the light. It vibrated right away, so the vibrator motor works perfectly fine. I just had to resolder that cable. Bam. I will run through the setup process, set up everything, make sure everything works fantastic, and then we will be able to ship them back to our customer. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed this video. If you guys want your own custom Joy-Cons, email me at contact@retrorevolution.shop and I will be able to build you whatever Joy-Cons you want. I will soon offer them as an official service, but for now I'm only offering them to people who email me. So make sure you email me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you to my customer for being so patient for waiting for this video. I hope you will enjoy these Joy-Cons. It looks so cool. It's awesome. I hope you like it as much as I do. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Stick around for more. Subscribe for more Switch 2 content. Let me know what type of Switch content you guys want to see, and I will bring it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see all of you in the next video. All right, ready for this? I think I'm so ready for this, okay? What is up?